Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing. Today I'm working on my Sunday's Art of Truth. I'm going to be completely transparent right here from the start. I have really no idea what I'm creating. This is going to be very intuitive, and I'm just going to trust and lean into the process and hope that I'm able to create something that speaks my heart on this topic. My husband and I will be celebrating 38 years married at the end of July here. So I wanted to create something around kind of this concept of celebrate, but not celebrate like in the way that like everything is perfect and everything is beautiful and everything is just like we want it to be, but celebrating who we are, where we are, what we are right now, and where our journeys take us. As I've mentioned before, oftentimes our journeys, they start out one way, and this is for everyone. Our journeys always start out in a way that is kind of full of dreams and hopes and these kind of grand aspirations, and life throws us a lot of curveballs, and life is often about pain, and it's there's a lot of hardship, there's a lot of struggle, but I think they're still celebrating in that, and that's what I'm trying to kind of just resonate with my heart as we approach this anniversary. Nearing 40 years is pretty phenomenal thing, but it's been very hard. And so I was kind of just going through my stash and looking at what I wanted to kind of play around with, because that is really what I'm going to do. I'm going to do an art journal spread, I know that. And I've got some collage elements, a napkin, two pieces of napkin, and I'm just going to see what happens. I'm not going to worry about the end product. I'm not going to worry about if I love it or hate it. I'm just going to create. Just from this place of just kind of sitting with these feelings and this reality and all of the emotions that go into that. As I was looking through my stash, I found this quote. This was actually from some vintage stuff that I got, I think from a yard sale or something, or it might have been from my back neighbor. I have a neighbor that lives behind us that is an artist, and she does a lot of recycled art, and she gave me some stuff a while back, some old book pages and old pages of all kinds of stuff. Anyway, really great stuff. But the quote says, "In this world, it is not what we take up, but what we give up that makes us rich." And so that's what I want to celebrate as I write this. As I write the blog, as I create the piece, is I'm going to be focusing on this concept of that in this world is not what we take up, but what we give up that makes us rich. There's all kinds of ways to look at wealth and richness and our lives, the beauty of our lives, and the economy is very different depending on what perspective you are choosing to take in the situation. So I'm going to just set this in front of me so I can kind of be looking at it as I'm creating. So I do know that I'm going to collage the background for sure. I'll be pausing in between because I didn't bring over any other extra supplies. Like I haven't thought through, a stencil, or if I'm going to even do any stenciling, I don't know. So I'm just going to create. I'm probably going to be somewhat quiet, so I'll probably do a voiceover after this initial introduction and just kind of let you watch, and I'll just voice over and describe to you what I ended up doing. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to start with adhering my napkins and my collage papers with my Liquitex Fluid Matte Medium, that beautiful bicycle napkin, as well as the roses there on the right. I'll be using a variety of collage papers, some from digital kits that I've been using in my junk journaling journey. And I'm just going to be collaging those as I normally would, kind of here and there around both of the pages. Some of these papers, this one here in particular, is from SeanPetite.com Collage Packs. And I'll be using that to just kind of create some interest in the background for what might show through on the final product. As you know, if you've watched my channel at all, you never know what's going to end up showing up. So the background papers are still super important, even though we do end up covering them up quite a bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and let you watch this process, and then when the collaging is done, we'll go ahead and move on to the next step. I did forget to go ahead and adhere my quote, so you're going to see me do that here in a second. I had to create another splice of a video to show you, but this is just me again talking. I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but again, just showing a close-up, especially of those gold threads that are hanging out of the top and the bottom of the spread, which just is very, again, very meaningful to this piece. And again, just emphasizing that texture that's just gorgeous. I just love how it defines everything that's underneath it. I think it's quite beautiful. I can't remember everything I was saying, so we've got some talking hands here. I actually meant to leave that part in when I cut out all the original talking so I could do the voiceover, and I cut that out as well. So likely just talking about everything I'm going to be writing about would be my guess. I love the gold. I put gold in a lot of my projects. It just really highlights things beautifully. And there's the crackle. Got great crackle this time. I think sometimes I'm just impatient. And now I'm going to come in and go ahead and put that quote on. In this world, it is not what we take in, but what we give up that makes us rich. And again, I'll be writing about that on the blog. That is definitely the story of my husband's and my journey as we built a life together and as we raised children. We raised our kids in a very simplistic way, and we always felt like we were very rich because of the things that we gave up and the things that it cost us to choose the life that we did. It's one of our deepest joys now as we're older and we look back. So it's quite beautiful. So I distressed the edges of that paper really quick, and then came over with my soft pastel in black again. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to my page with my Fabri-Tac. It's because it's what I had handy, and it works well in this case. Also using a little bit of that gold on the edges there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you'll like and subscribe to the video, or like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'd be honored to see you here again. I love creating for you. I do this just to share the joy of creating. So thank you so much for watching. You can hop on over to the blog to read the inspiration if you'd like, B.Rebornart.com. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.